Hey everybody, I'm back with part 4, and I hope you all have been enjoying this video, and everybody that has subscribed in the last few days, thank you for subscribing and following. I hope I have answered you all's questions in the manner that you wanted. If not, just let me know what you want me to expand on. Like I said, I didn't want this to be a, basic question and answer video, yes, no, because it just seems kind of scripted and unreal, and I wanted to be as candid and upfront as possible, because that's just me, and if you follow me on Facebook, you'll see my YouTube personality pretty much parallels my Facebook personality. You're just going to see the real me, and I'm going to tell it like it is, and that's just how it is. If you don't like it, don't watch me. If there's something you don't agree with, okay, fine, that's life. Not everybody likes everybody. So, anywho, I left off with how many cloth diapers do I use in a day, and how much toilet paper do we go through. Cloth diapers. The baby is the only one that is full-time cloth diaper right now. So I would say anywhere from 5 to 10. Yeah, it's a rough estimate. And she is in daycare, and we do cloth diaper in daycare. So that's a pretty good estimate. Is usually what I have in her bag on a daily basis. Let's see, the twins, they are just cloth diapered at night, and they're pretty much potty trained. They potty trained themselves right before they were 2, and in fact, they were my first babies that potty trained right before 2. The rest of them were like 2 years and a couple days to 2 years and 3 weeks. And to touch on cloth diapering, I have cloth diapered everybody. That was just my nature. I'm sorry, I'm outside and I see a lizard. Anyways, that's just all I knew, cloth diapers. When I thought baby, okay, this is what we do, and I looked at Pampers and or disposables and was pretty much overwhelmed. And I think if I can remember back then, Pampers or disposables were about 9 cents a piece, maybe 8 cents at the cheapest, and now I think they're probably about 25, maybe 30 cents a piece, which is ridiculous. And if I were to add that up over all these children, I can't imagine. I think I did one time, and it was somewhere over about 25, maybe $30,000. And like I said, they potty trained pretty early, so I can't imagine if they were 3. And I started out just using basic pre-folds and plastic pants, and it worked out just fine, and never had an issue with them. And of course, modern cloth came along, and I just, really fell in love with it, and have collected so many over the past couple of years. But I still do use my pre-folds. In fact, I still use my original pre-folds. I wish that they made them the way they used to, because these things held up. They're like in perfect condition, but they just don't make them like that there are some out there that are, kind of comparable. But I'm just, like I said, old school. And, I didn't start for money reasons. It was just, like I said, it was just the nature of having a baby. I just thought it was the most natural thing that I could do. And I like the way they look. And, of course, nowadays with all the cute prints and things like that, I really like the way they look. Let me see, laundry. I wash them once a day. And I said it's pretty much just that one load. I'm putting them up. That's another story. And, of course, that's going to increase in volume once the baby gets here. Because I think at the point where all three of them were full-time cloth diaper, we would go through about 30 a day. And so that's why I have a pretty good stash. Let's see, toilet paper. Well, surprisingly, it's not a lot. Maybe a roll every other day. But that depends on if somebody goes into the bathroom and decides to play in the toilet paper. Sometimes there could be 2, 3 rolls wasted. So I try to keep them out of the bathroom, which is kind of hard because they go to the bathroom or somebody just doesn't close the door. So we'll try to put it in the cabinet and keep it away from them, but that doesn't always happen. So yeah, not excuse me, not too bad on toilet paper. What else didn't I touch on? I wanted to go back to school activities. The girls do have activities. Their school is fairly small, but they do have other activities, clubs, and they're constantly starting new clubs. Like my 15-year-old last year started a glee club because, like I said, she likes to sing. And, in fact, I caught her warming up to a song that she didn't know the other day, and I had to put the camera under the door kind of to record it. So I may upload it. You won't see anything, just the floor and the door, but you can hear. And she would kill me if she found out. But she would never let me record her. Let's see. So yeah, she did the glee club, and of course she didn't have to try out, but her teacher, one of the tough music teachers, asked her to sing, and she sung a song, and after the first few notes, it was like, holy crap, you can sing. So yeah, she has got quite a voice. What else? She also joined the Ultimate Frisbee team they started last year. So they do little competitions and things between other Ultimate Frisbee teams around the city. What else? My 16-year-old daughter, like I said, she joined the dance team, or the dance crew. And now there's several dance crews. She's in the top dance crew. But like I said, she wants to get out this year. But they actually went off to Florida last year. So that's quite fun. What else? My now 8th grader is part of the garden club. They grow a garden at school. And all of the produce is used in the school cafeteria. And they also get to bring some of the produce home. And so their school is all about healthy eating, and they truly are healthy eating. There are no, pretty much like if we were to go have lunch with the kids, it would have to be Subway and water, no soda, no sweets, no cookies, no, processed anything, really. Um, the same thing if you decide to pack their lunch, it has to be completely healthy. And in the beginning of the school year, during registration, which we're about to go through next month, there's a contract that we sign, and we have to agree to that. And also, the kids' school, the unique thing about it is the responsibility that they put on the kids and not just the parents. There's a contract between the parents, the students, and the teachers, and there's about maybe 10 to 12 things that everybody has to pledge to. If the kids have to sign off on it, we have to sign off on it, teachers sign off on it, and it's just basically, we're going to follow the rules. In school, we'll get the help that we need. We'll make sure they get to school on time every day. Make sure they get their homework done and their agenda signed. What else? Really important. Something that no other school does. If the kids are absent, normally you write a note or you call the school or the school will call you and find out what's going on. When my kids are going to be absent, it is their responsibility to get up and call the school and let them know they're going to be absent and why they're going to be absent. If they do not call themselves, they get points taken off. There have been some times where they've been too sick to actually call, and they haven't been penalized, but this holds them more accountable. Like when you're in the real world and you have to go to work and you're sick, you don't just stay there. You have to call in and let somebody know, or there's a consequence. So they've been pretty good about that, and they don't have, they're not really sick kids, so they don't have a really low attendance rate. They're pretty much there every day. And that's pretty much everybody in all the kids in the school. They have a really high attendance at the school because the school's so adamant about that policy that these kids have to call in and hold themselves accountable. What else? Let me go back to food. Like I said, I keep it simple. I try to do a lot of one-dish meals with pasta, chicken, beef, and then veggies thrown in and some type of sauce. That way I'm not spending a whole lot of time in the kitchen cooking, and I don't have to clean up a whole lot. We don't eat out, so like I said, that bill, $850, $900 is a pretty good number for everything we go through during the month. If we do eat out, it's Subway. Or occasionally, like if you saw in a previous video, we went to go eat pizza. That's probably a once-a-month thing, maybe once every other month, but we just typically are not the eat-out type of family. I prefer to eat at home. I'm just, all the things that are in food, in restaurants and fast food, that just kind of grosses me out, and the kids as well. And the one place they will not eat is McDonald's. And they've done extensive research on their food. They won't go near it. They won't even work there. So that's a good thing. And of course, like I said, I cook. The kids are slowly learning how to cook. Sometimes I just don't have time to get in there and cook, and I have them start things, and they can pretty much manage. Or if it's something that I put on the menu and that's not what they want, every now and then I may alter it, but it has to be something that is just as easy to make. Like the other night, I think we were supposed to have veggie burgers, and they wanted nachos. So I went ahead and altered it because I just didn't feel like going in the kitchen. I was so tired. But we just, we keep it pretty simple. Sometimes I'll cook like a really big meal. Maybe, I think the last time I really cooked a lot was probably around New Year's. I fried about 5 pounds of chicken wings and we had some basmati, we had some veggies, I think I made cornbread, some type of dessert, um, it was probably a banana pudding, and maybe a couple of pies, and, that pretty much worked out for, lunch, dinner, and then lunch again the next day. So, that tends to be, like I say, heavy cooking. Other than that, it's pretty much a veggie wrap, a burger, a casserole. We'll do spaghetti. We'll do fajitas because they're fast, tacos, chicken tacos, things like that. We're not really big on soup, but occasionally I will do it because I like soup. So if they choose not to eat it, I don't make them eat it. They end up eating a sandwich, but more times than none, they'll eat it because they know that the next day it'll be the same thing. And they just go ahead and eat it. Let's see, what else? As far as having the twins are, I can say, really not common in my family. My grandmother's sister, which would be my great aunt, she had 2 sets of twins. Those were the only known set of twins in my mom's side of the family because twins are determined by your mother's side. So that was about 50 years ago, and there's about 35 grandkids in between. And like I said, I'm just the one that was my grandmother's sister. So she's close, but not really close. So having twins was really a spontaneous deal. I had no idea, no clue. I kind of thought about it maybe like the year before, but I never really thought that it would actually happen. It was just something that popped into my head, and same thing with the baby's genders. I just never really, imagined that I'm actually going to be right, and then it turned out that I'm right. So some sort of, I don't know, like I say, some sort of baby ESP I have. It's weird. I also have a photographic memory. I can put things down, and they can be there forever or whatever. And, or the kids will do it, and they'll say, "Mom, where's this?" Because they forgot. They can't find it. And I can just stop and just picture it and just say, okay, it's over there, go get it. And I found that out when I was in elementary school. And I thought that was just, some superficial powers or something. I didn't think it was real, but it just kept happening. So I think that was another reason why I was so smart in school, because I could just breeze through stuff and pass it. I was a kid in school. We get the books, and on the first day I'm doing all the stuff in the books, and then when it came time to actually get to that chapter, I had already done all the work. So school's quite boring for me. But yeah, I was an A student, which is, like I said, why the kids are so smart. And we have had one valedictorian. She was in the 8th grade. Yes, my 16-year-old. She was 8th grade valedictorian, despite the fact we had just gone through the divorce, and we had to switch schools in the middle of the year. And the teachers were really impressed when they met her. They just watched her. She was really quiet, but she did her work, and they never had any problems out of her. And they said when it came time to look at the numbers and determine they were surprised, but not really. You know, they said this child overcame a lot of odds because most of the times when kids have to switch schools in the middle of the year, they tend to regress a little bit. She kept her grades up just fine, despite all the stress and trauma that we had just gone through. So, anyhow, but yeah, back to the twins deal. I just kind of am learning still, you know, how to deal with them. Their personalities are totally different. I view them as two different babies just born on the same day. I don't know if it's because they're girl or boy, but they're pretty much night and day twins. They fight, they argue, and that's just pretty much how it is. And they don't really recognize that they're twins yet. And I know once they get in school, well, in daycare now, they, you know, everybody in daycare, of course, knows they're twins. But, you know, once they get in elementary school, it'll be different because they'll run across twins that look alike and then determine, okay, you know, this is what twins is. But I just, you know, pretty much keep them busy with activities. Not so structured, but I keep them busy so that they don't fight because they get into things still at this point at 2. They're in the terrible 2s, and it's very difficult having twins. So we just kind of do like things like puzzles, and we make sensory bottles. What else? I kind of always stock up on the little wading pools, the little plastic 3-ring wading pools at the end of summer. And we throw our little plastic balls in them. So we make ball pits out of them and things like that just to keep them out of everybody's things, because that's another thing they tend to get in everybody's belongings, which is chaos. So, yeah, mommies of twins. That's pretty much, you know, what you have to do is just be creative with the kids and keep them entertained for the most part, and they will thrive best that way. You won't have to pull your hair out, but I'm not saying that there won't be days that you feel that way, because, yeah, more often than not, I have been there. And like I said, I just have to stop and pray because there's really nobody else I can turn to and say, help. I just, you know, take it all in stride and keep going. So, let's see, what else? I think I am going to cut and go to, oh my goodness, part 5, because there's just a little bit more that I want to touch on. So I'll see you guys in the part 5.